Or 21 Delta, cross runway 5, taxi via Delta Echo to the ramp, no delay.
Roger, cross runway 5, Delta Echo ramp.
We have information, what? Did you set the altimeter?
Yep, information, actually it's information Quebec, but that's good. That altimeter setting is good.
Okay. Information Quebec. Lakeland Ground, this is Cherokee 568 Whiskey Alpha, currently over at Shelter, and we have information Quebec, and we're requesting a northern departure.
568 Whiskey Alpha, Lakeland Ground, number 9, taxi via Juliet Alpha, 8 is Quebec's current.
Taxi via Juliet Alpha for runway 9. Thank you, sir. Whiskey out.
Lakeland Ground, 16535, off 9er at Foxtrot, going to the Southfield Farm.
16535, Lakeland Ground, taxi via Delta, hold short, runway 5.
Taxi via Delta, hold short, runway 5, 16535.
We're on the right tank, and Juliet is to our left, if I remember right. Yep, there it is. There's right there. I don't know about the Swiss airplane, a Red Cross airplane, or it wouldn't be a Red Cross, or a private. But it's nice. I like these big, nice, big private planes. Those are fucking phenomenal. There's a 7.3 in that book. Call for price.
Is
that book I got yesterday?
Oh, and the book you got?
Yeah. I mean, their price is in there, you know, in the $20 million range. But there was a Airbus 300 as well. That was just incredible. You know, to have a billionaire lifestyle, so nice.
535, cross runway 5 at Delta, taxi Delta Echo to the ramp.
Cross runway 5, taxi via Delta Echo to the ramp, 535. Lakeland Ground, Cessna 25474.
25474, Lakeland Ground.
Lakeland Ground, I am at Shelter, request taxi instructions for a northbound departure, runway 9.
25474, runway 9, taxi via Juliet Alpha, and verify your is correct.
Request frequency change, to listen to the ATIS, we'll get back to you.
Alright, 474, just hold your position, let me know when you get the ATIS.
Alright, 2547.
Man, Lakeland Ground, can I Whiskey Alpha take Alpha 3?
Hey, Whiskey Alpha, current intersection Alpha 3 is approved, hold short, contact siren ready.
Alpha 3, and we'll hold short 9 or every Alpha 3, 8 Whiskey Alpha.
Sir, 90681.
5 Alpha Victor, 1 advisories, wait 5 miles, contact Orlando, 119.4, you have a good weekend.
19-4, thanks for your help today.
66742, you can start your right turn out on course.
Starting right turn on course, 66742.
I mean, do it.
I'm just here. I'm
Good afternoon, Skyhawk 511 November Delta with you on the localizer for runway 9.
I missed that last call.
Lakeland Tower, good afternoon, Skyhawk 511 November Delta with you, localizer runway 9.
511 November Delta, Lake Tower, runway 9er. Clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 9er. Thank you.
Got it? Lakeland Tower. You can hear me? I can't hear me. Lakeland Tower, this is Cherokee 568 Whiskey Alpha, currently holding short at Alpha 3, runway 9, requesting a northbound departure.
See you.
Thank you, 90681.
Lakeland Tower, can you read my radio?
Lakeland Tower, this is Cherokee 568 Whiskey Alpha, currently holding short runway 9 at Alpha 3, requesting a northbound departure.
568 Whiskey Alpha, runway 9er, intersection Alpha 3, clear for takeoff, left turn out approved northbound.
68 Whiskey Alpha, approved for takeoff on runway 9, northern departure. Thank you, sir.
Lakeland Tower, Cherokee 33 Charlie, holding 0 runway 9, ready for departure.
Cherokee 4333 Charlie, Lake and Tower, hold short runway 9er, full length.
Holding 0 runway 9, 337.
Instruments in the green. Speed starting to come alive. And rotate.
Lakeland Tower, Cherokee 9225 November. We're coming. I left my phone in the other airplane. We're about 5 northeast with information Quebec.
Climbing out of V1.
25 November, Lake and Tower. I'm not showing anybody 5 northeast. Get an ident for me.
Okay, there you go.
Cherokee 9225 November, ident observed 11 miles northeast. Continue inbound report.
They already approved our northern
Heading,
heading, so
for runway 9er.
we can just turn north.
That's us at 11. I'm sorry, misread the written and midfield left out. Runway 9. If a long runway landing available, I'd like to when we get there.
Roger, plan on it.
Thank you.
Lakeland Tower 90 Lima, we're about more than midfield. We're looking for a full stop.
6490 Lima, Roger, number 2, following traffic, heading to your left, 11 o'clock, a mile and a half. It's a Cessna.
Looking for traffic, number 290 Lima.
HF 45 Victor is ready at Alpha 3.
Kentucky 45 Victor, Lake and Tower, hold short runway 9 at Alpha 3, number 2 for departure.
45 Victor, hold and show at number 2 for departure.
Kentucky 45 Victor, without delay, runway 9er, intersection Alpha 3, clear for takeoff, early turnouts approved.
45 Victor, clear for takeoff, early turn out approved.
Traffic inside, number 2, clear to land 90 Lima.
6490 Lima, number 2 behind the Cessna, runway 9er, clear to land.
My bad, I thought I was clear to land, yeah, number 2, clear to land 90 Lima.
November 568 Whiskey Alpha, you coming back to Lakeland later, or is this it?
We'll be back in about an hour.
Hey, Whiskey Alpha, Roger. For exchange approved, if you want Tampa, they're on 119.9er. Be looking for traffic, Cherokee inbound from the northeast. He's well below you, so it shouldn't be a factory. He's at 1,000 feet.
Affirmative, we'll keep an eye out for him. Thanks for the heads up. Hey, Whiskey Alpha. Alright, you can go ahead and reset your heading to your magnetic compass.
Just a 511 November Delta, is this full stop?
Affirmative.
Roger, turn right on Foxtrot, ground 121.41 off.
Right on Foxtrot, contacting ground 121.4.
Cherokee 9225 November, be looking traffic off to your left, 10 o'clock, 3 miles is a Piper at 2,300 northbound.
Looking 25 November.
Alright, Mr. Wilson. At 2,500, we're going to go into slow flight.
Alright. I'll tell you when I'm set up. You know, how this plane here doesn't, the trim sucks and it's just a shitty plane? Not that it's unsafe, not saying that, but you know how it's just almost impossible to trim it out and just have a nice, smooth, level flight, you know what I mean?
Right.
Sure, I really want to take my check ride in this plane?
Yep.
Okay. All of a sudden, like, boom, out of just nowhere, not doing anything, we just shoot up. Slowing us down.
I mean, that doesn't hurt you. That is a piece of shit airplane. It actually helps you. Right? Because when you're flying with the DPE, he's going to be like, ah, this is a piece of shit airplane. You're going to be like, yeah, it's a piece of shit. So everything doesn't work perfectly.
Okay. Roger that. Use it to my advantage.
That's right.
If Mr. Hirsch has been in this plane before, he's probably going to get in and go, oh my gosh, not this fucking thing again.
His last 2 check rides from Global, or from Tampa North, have been in this airplane.
Oh, I'm sure he just loves this thing.
So he knows about it.
Alright.
Alright, go
Slowing us
down to 55 knots.
I'm slowing us down.
And Mr. Wilson, I'm expecting you to hold 2,500 feet at 55 knots. Is that okay?
Yes, sir, that is okay. I'll tell you when I have it in low flight configuration. Add a touch of power here. Starting to drop a little altitude. Add a little trim. There we go, a little bit more trim, a little bit more power here. Slowing us down. And you want 55 knots, which is 60 miles an hour. And we have now entered slow flight.
Is that right?
Our star light is flashing like crazy.
Alright, Mr. Wilson, we're in slow flight, huh?
Well, we're going 55 knots at 2,500. My star light is flashing like I'm being chased by the cops.
Alright, why do you think that is, Mr. Wilson?
Because the angle of attack is being disrupted. Look at it flash.
And why do you think that is, Mr. Wilson?
It's because the fucking air going across the chord line of the plane is being disrupted.
Okay, and why do you think we have such an angle of attack in this slow
Because
flight?
we're pitched up so much.
Alright, why are we pitched up so much, Mr. Wilson?
Because I'm pulling back on the yoke and trying to keep it at 2,500 without climbing.
Okay, and why are you pulling back on the yoke so much and trying to keep it from climbing, Mr. Wilson?
Miles going to Explicit Airport, about 4 miles
So I need to
northwest for the North Stevens plant. Just coming up
So you tell me I need to increase power?
Well, Mr. Wilson,
If I increase power, that means the pitch is going to even be greater. If I decrease power, then the pitch will be lower.
okay, Mr. Wilson, you say you're set up in slow flight, correct?
Well, no, now I'm going 65, so there's, now that's still 65. There.
Sure you're not forgetting anything, Mr. Wilson?
Come on, man, what am I forgetting? What am I forgetting? What am I forgetting?
You're gonna beat yourself up when I tell you. You're gonna slap yourself in the face.
Okay, well then tell me, because I don't know. I can't figure it out.
Alright, Mr. Wilson, in slow flight, what are we doing? What are we simulating?
Ah, fuck! fuck me running. We're simulating a landing, so I need to extend my flaps because we're simulating a landing, so let me extend my flaps here. Son of a bitch.
Did I not tell you you were going to say
bitch?
motherfucker?
Son of a bitch. Right, yeah, of course, this is a simulated landing because the power on star is a simulated takeoff with 0 flaps.
Let
me get us back on a 360.
Airspeed and our light?
It sure as hell does. It sure does, yep. I may add a little bit of power, get my heading under control here.
You're not so pitched up anymore there, Mr. Wilson.
No, this is actually much better. There we go. There we go, my friend. We are in slow flight. How about them apples? Mr. Olafini, stop fucking texting and watch me fly this thing in slow flight.
Are you in slow flight now?
Yes, I'm in slow flight. I said I was in slow flight.
Alright, let's do a right turn to a heading of 090.
Alright, 090 coming right up. Me add a little bit of power because I lose altitude whenever I make a turn, and it's only right rudder as well.
If that don't sound like a damn 2-stroke lawnmower, I swear.
It does, I know it. The reason I say that is I've been pressure washing. 090 is right. Let me roll this out. There we go. 090 at 55 knots, 2,500. And you want to go back north now?
Uh-huh.
I kind of figured as much.
And we're going to consider these clearing turns.
Okay, alright. Well, we are looking for traffic in front, behind, below, and above us. And I even got it down to 50 knots. So let me speed up just a smidge and drop my nose just a touch. There we go, right there. That's it, baby. There we go, look at that shit. And there's a 360. Heading, wait a minute, let me keep going around here so I can fix that.
Nope, that's good enough.
Okay,
it really is. Alright, Mr. Wilson, looks good. You're really in slow flight now.
I sure am. We are slow, baby.
Alright, Mr. Wilson, I'd like for you to demonstrate a power off stall for me.
A power off stall, alright. Let me get back to my northern heading because I was watching this. Thing bobbling around. So what we're going to do is we're going to, since we're in slow flow, we're going to establish a descent.
And I'm going to let you know, on your check ride, if you do something like that where you forget the flaps, he's going to do exactly what I did.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I was doing that, because every DP, that's how they do it. If they're trying to help you, they're going to say, are you sure you're in slow flight? Is there something you might need? You know, why we're pitched up so much? I'm trying to give you every way without actually giving, because once he teaches and once he gives you something, that's what he can say.
And that's where I've heard that Mr. Hirsch loves to feel like he taught you something. That's what I've heard from multiple people, actually.
So, I'm trying to do everything I can to hint. And hint means let me go through everything I need to go through.
Roger that. Okay.
Alright.
Well, let's establish a descent here. We're going to establish a descent. And we're going to reduce power to idle. And there's our descent. And we're just going to start pitching up. Pitching up. Pitching up. Pitching up. Left rudder. There we go. Pitching up. Pitching up. Pitching up. And there's our stall. And get a positive rate of climb, get my airspeed up here. Alright. There's my second set of flaps, positive rate of climb. Got a positive rate of climb, and I'm still at VX. There we go. And reducing power.
Alright,
To keep our altitude under control.
not to toot your horn, but whoever was your instructor taught you that very well.
That was actually quite well. I will admit that was quite well. Yeah.
That was very well. Your instructor will be proud. Alright, Mr. Wilson, since we got those done, let's go ahead and demonstrate a power on stall for me.
A power on stall? Okay, let me slow us down a little bit. And we're going to go full speed. There's rotation. Oh, there it is. Lost a little bit there. Drop my nose, let the nose come down on its own and recover from the stall. And we are maintaining our 360 heading. I'm going to remove some of this trim here. Oh, much better. Yep, much better. There we go.
Alright, Mr. Wilson, not bad, not bad. I give that about a 7.
Okay, I got you.
But you passed it.
All that matters.
All that matters.
70s buzzing, baby.
Well, Mr. Wilson, you can go ahead and pick the altitude, and you can pick the heading, and we're going to demonstrate some steep turns. Is that okay?
But of course it's okay.
Alright.
Well, we're going to get us up to 2,500.
And here'll be a good point to say I'm going to do some clearing turns again just to make sure the area is clear.
Alright. Very bumpy right there. Let me do a clearing turn to the left. Clearing turn to the left. Looking good. And no traffic there. Rolling us back out. And we're going to do another turn to the right and head back to a 360 heading. And we look good over to the right as well. There we are. And since we're lighter than normal, all we need is the speed to be in the white arc.
Center 323 taking a Lima, 4,600 climb in CFR.
I just want to keep our speed in the white arc. There we are. And we're going to go to the left, because that's actually easier with the P factor involved. And so we're going to roll to the left nice and easy. And once we pass about 30 degrees, we're going to add just a touch of power. There's 30 degrees. And we're going to pull back on the yoke a little bit. That more. Other side, get to an altitude back. Don't want to lose that. And I'm going to start rolling us out. And we're going to go right into the right turn. There's 30 degrees. And we're going to 45. And we're going to add a little bit of back pressure. There we go. And we're going to start rolling out nice and easy. There we are, sir. How about that?
Practice.
And those little bumps that you felt was us rolling over our own wake.
Alright, Mr. Wilson, not bad. Not bad at all.
West, southwest.
Those were fucking perfect.
Just coming up on 19.
Speaking of perfect,
High School.
you just lost your engine, Mr. Wilson.
Oh, I just lost my engine, so let me get my airspeed, and I'm looking, and I like those fields right over there.
Okay.
So that's where our landing point is going to be. Let me aviate first, 80 miles per hour, power, switching fuel tanks.
Mr. Wilson, what's your checklist, Mr. Wilson?
It's up here in the dash.
No, I don't care about that. What's your memory checklist, Mr. Wilson? What's the order of it?
My memory checklist is switching fuel tanks.
Oh, where's your finger at?
Mixture full rich.
Okay.
My power. I'm making sure my power is on. Fuel pump is on. I'm switching fuel tanks. I am trying to start the engine, not without success. So while we're en route over here, our best glide speed, I'm tuning the radio to 121.5 and squawking 7700 and issuing a mayday, mayday, mayday.
Okay.
Getting a little fast. Let me slow us down a little bit. Slow us down a little bit more. And we've got a field for days right there. This aircraft will be usable again. We'll be able to sit it down so soft.
Alright, looks good, Mr. Wilson. I think we'll make that airfield.
I think so too. So you want to go full power or do you want to pull it down in the field?
Nope, we'll go ahead and go around and we'll climb up to 1,500 feet. And we'll do some ground reference maneuvers, Mr. Wilson.
Alright, I'm going full power. And I'm going to establish VY, which is 85. Engine will start slowing down. Airspeed will start slowing down now. And I'm also going to have a very shallow 10-degree turn back to our northern heading. And there's VY right there. And we're maintaining that nice 10 to 15-degree bank. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Yeah, I'm having daydreams of pressure washing the sidewalk because I did it for like 8 hours one day and another 8 hours another day. Oh yeah, fun stuff right there, fun stuff. Those tunnels are a blast. And we are going to drop some power here, nice and easy. What I've learned is micro moves or micro adjustments and then additional micro adjustments. Just a touch of power, just a smidge. There we go. Again, micro adjustment. And
we'll do an S-turn over a nice straight road, Mr. Wilson.
Yes sir, alright, let's find us a nice straight road. If you happen to see one, Mr. Olafini, just point it out to me. I'm gonna utilize full resource management. So as a passenger, give you a few things to do.
I don't see anything in this direction.
I don't see anything in this direction either. So why don't we just do a 360?
Or 180.
I mean a 180, that's what I meant to say.
Sure you did.
Yeah, well, I'm actually looking at the 360 heading over it, so that's why I said it. You know, you ever been looking at a number and meant to say something else, but you said what you were looking at? Oh, of course not. You've never done anything like it. You're perfect. I forgot.
Well, you know, I'm quite perfect. That's what they say.
I tell you, how in the world do you go swimming? I mean, you can't get wet because when you jump in, you don't sink, so I'd love to know how you do that.
Yeah, it's a gift.
It's a gift. It's a gift. Okay, alright, it's a gift. I hear you.
That looks like a straight line or something right here to our left.
It does, but unfortunately, it's not very long. It's very short. So about the time we finish our first turn, we're going to be out of roadway.
No, we won't. We turn right here.
Okay, we're going to turn here, and the reason we're turning here is because the wind is coming out of our west, and we want to start with a tailwind.
Alright.
And our first turn is going to be to the right. Rather than, alright, see now we're going nice easterly heading. Reducing power a little bit, keeping us at 1,500. Relaxing that yoke a little bit, there we go. There's 1,500, beautiful. And as soon as my wings, oh, yeah, we do got a little bit longer roll than what I thought. Well, you see, Mr. Mr. Olafani, I wear glasses, but I don't have them.
Definitely don't tell Mr. Hurst that.
Alright, there's our wings have just crossed, so we're going to go up just a smidge. And now, we're going to start a slow bank. Just a nice, easy bank. There's 10 degrees. There's 15 degrees. And there's 30 degrees right there. Oh, sorry about that. If you have to vomit, just do it right in between your legs. Okay. And we're going to start rolling out a little bit. And we're rolling out. And look at that wings. They want a little bit more like this.
You should have.
Yep. Okay, so now we're going to go to the left. There's my steepest bank right there.
Bring it all the way through, Mr. Wilson. There you go. Now you can start relaxing.
And there's... I want to go past. Let me adjust this trim a little bit. There we go.
And let's do another one, Mr. Wilson, because I didn't like those.
You didn't like those? I didn't really like those either. Let's do those again. There's a nice... right there.
Good. After
There's a
this,
nice
is anybody up?
40-degree turn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
Keith, that's you? Anybody up on fingers?
Yeah, buddy.
And rolling us out.
There we go.
There we go, right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. So now we're going to add a touch of power. And we're going to roll to the left.
Keith or Chris, you up?
Nice and easy. Add a little touch of power. There's 30 degrees. Add a little back pressure. Feel that weight coming down in your butt. Oh, a little too much. A little too much. There we go.
What's going on, Chris?
And bring it on around, and we're going to start rolling it out. And look at that, perfectly perpendicular to our, gather a smidge of altitude here, and we're going to start our right turn.
Oh, you don't need to start a right turn, that would have passed. I want you to do a turn around the point.
Alright, turn around the point.
There's a big building right out there.
That is a big building right out there. Let's zip over to that big building right over there. That's a fantastic idea. Can't miss that. And I need to gain just a little bit of altitude because we're not supposed to be doing any maneuvers below 1,500 AGL. We'll increase it to about 1,550, 1,600. And to correct our heading indicator because it's slightly off. There we go. And reducing power a smidge. There we go. There we go. Now we're at 1600 AGL. We're very good. Oh, we're at 1600. I don't know where we're at AGL. See the little, check it out. The little green, that's the breadcrumbs they've got. Isn't that cool? It traces your 30 minutes of flight. So every 30 minutes it'll start dissipating, you know. It only stays 30 minutes behind your aircraft. That is cool, isn't it? They call it breadcrumbs. Yeah, as I'm looking at these breadcrumbs, as well as those steep turns, that looks pretty daggone nice. If I can do that on the check rod right there, I think I'm good. What do you think? Yep. Yeah? Okay. Have you ever had a student fail his check rod? Nope. Good. Okay. I believe that. That's easy to believe.
I don't have a failure on my record.
I will not be the first, my friend. I will not be the first. I wouldn't want to do that to you. Stain your impeccable, perfect record. At that point, you actually might be able to go swimming, though. Cuckoo thing about this plane, you know, we were coming over there at 1600, had us trimmed out beautifully. We shot up to 1650, and then we dropped down to 1550. Have not made one single adjustment. Okay, as soon as my left wing here, I have that building centered with my left wing. We are going to, at that point, enter, turning around a point. Add a smidge of power. I don't want to get below 1500. Just a smidge. There we go. Alright, vertical speed indicator showing just slight. There we go. Perfect. Almost there. And, whoa, big bump. And of course didn't do anything and we shot it like a rocket. And normally on these turns, you lose altitude, never made any adjustments, yet we explode up. Dig up a little bit, drop a little power, keeping the building in the center of my wing. I'll leave some bang. Maintaining altitude. Vertical speed is good. Maintaining building in center of my wing. I got a little bit ahead of me. There we go. Get back in the middle. There we are. Got a little ahead of me there. There we go. Kind of back in the middle of the wing. Never touch the power. and yet it still dropped. There we go. Slowly turning around this basically with right rudder only and very little aileron control. Very little. Maintaining 1,500. Building keep staying center of the wing. Speed is good. Speed is good, altitude is good. I can do this all day long. Take a look at the breadcrumb and look how beautiful that circle is. Look at that. See that? Right in the center of my wing.
Alright, looks good. Now let's go back over to Lakeland and get some landings done, Mr. Wilson.
Very good, very good. Traffic coming right at us, buddy. Right here. 2400, never mind. Clear. 24, let me get this corrected. There we go. So we are to their northeast.
Feeling 6,000 broken. Temperature 27, dew point 15, altimeter 3019er.
I was getting ready to call the tower.
Runway 9er and departing runway 5. Advise on initial contact, give information Romeo. Lakeland Tower, this information Romeo, time 2055 Zulu, wind 0607, 10.
You there?
Roger, everything up.
Lakeland Tower is Cherokee 568 Whiskey Alpha, currently 10 nautical miles to your northeast. We have information Delta, requesting landing on number 9.
We've got information, Romeo.
I was going to say that R must look like a D there for a second. 568 Whiskey Alpha, ident for me, report midfield left downwind, runway 9er.
Say something else?
Report midfield left downwind, runway 9.
68 Whiskey Alpha, report midfield, downwind, runway 9. Oh, there's 9. Okay, it's over there. I'm like, where the hell's 9? There we go. Okay. Excellent.
Mecca 05 Tango, can you make Fox?
I will take Fox.
Okay, turn right at Foxtrot, ground point 4. He's a little busy, so maybe a minute till he gets back to you.
No worries, right on Fox and we're ground zero. Thank you.
6490 Lima, make left traffic, or report midfield downwind, runway 9er, you're clear for takeoff.
Runway 9er, clear for takeoff, make left traffic, report midfield, 90 Lima.
What highway is that?
Make right traffic for runway 5.
What highway is
Right
that?
traffic for runway 5 for a full stop.
I believe it's I-4.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's good. Report turning downwind.
Turning right over to runway 5, report turning downwind, right about now to be fair, for 714.
Tower floats right there.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Look at Tower 742 on downwind for runway 5.
Decathlon 74 Zulu, the Cessna head's going to make left traffic, keep him in sight. Your left turnout's approved, clear for takeoff, runway 9er.
And Mr. Alpini, what kind of landing would you like? Short field, soft field?
I like a soft field landing.
You would like a soft field landing? Okay, very good. I like those.
Not a problem. 66742. Clear to land runway 5. I'll call your base. I'm crossing traffic and it may take just a second.
You'll call my base, 66742.
That's a 742. You can go ahead and start your base now.
Starting base, turn 66742.
So at 2 miles, we will be actually midfield, and we will turn right to be left downwind, runway number 9. And we'll actually be entering
Lakeland Tower to Kaplan 2574 Zulu. Unable to hear any further radio transmissions. We have the Cessna head in sight, making a left downwind departure.
74 Zulu, that's the plan. Just don't hit the Cessna for me.
looks like there's some traffic coming right at us. Should be right over there. I'm going right towards midfield. Oh, he just turned. Okay, he just turned. Traffic 12 o'clock.
Tower 900 Lima, we're mid downwind looking to come into a full stop.
And we're going to...
900 Lima, runway 9er.
We're now 2 miles out. Actually about 2.5.
Runway 9er, clear to land, 90 Lima.
Runway 9er, clear to land, 90 Lima.
And we're going to make our right turn here, and we will be entering left downwind.
Alpha, you may see a decathlon there, 1230 and a mile, west-northwest bound, climbing out at 2000. You're going to follow a Cessna who's being the numbers on downwind.
Flag on tower 68 Whiskey Alpha, reporting midfield, runway 9.
6 Whiskey Alpha, 68 Whiskey Alpha, roger, continue downwind.
68 Whiskey Alpha, continue downwind. Thank you, sir.
That's 742, Ryan at Delta, ground point 4.
Ryan at Delta, ground point 4, 742, thanks for your help.
8 Whiskey Alpha, you're following Cessna on left base. Well, he's turning left base, they're about a mile ahead at 1130.
68 Whiskey Alpha has traffic in sight. Thank you, sir.
8 Whiskey Alpha, number 2, runway 9, clear to land.
68 Whiskey Alpha, number 2 to the land. Thank you, sir.
You gotta say number 2 to land, runway 9.
Oh, okay.
Everything he says, you say back to him.
For right base, runway 9, and we are just north of Southway 1. The tower, the Kaplan.
I lost the traffic.
For Zulu, exiting the Delta high into the west. We thank you for the
He's
help.
passing your wing.
There he is.
There you go.
Tiber 8745 Victor.
Okay.
You're going to be you're following
Left turn here.
left base a mile northwest of the field. Turn 15 degrees to your left and report the traffic in sight.
15 degrees to the left, and 45 Victor is looking for traffic.
And somebody else said something, I missed it.
Add my second notch flaps.
Lakeland Tower, Forestry 42, Cherokee, about 7 south, inbound with Romeo.
Forester 42, report midfield right downwind, runway 9.
Report midfield right downwind 9, Forestry 42.
And 45 Victor, your traffic's turning base to final just at the solar farm there. You can turn northbound, let me know when you see him.
45 Victor has traffic in sight.
And returning final.
Number 3, clear.
Add a little bit of power, rest that descent.
Data Tower and Energy, getting off the top 2.
Okay, there we go. And we're just a smidge on the low side. There we go. We're right on glide scope.
Ground point 4.
Right on glide scope. There we go.
And 45 Victor, I don't know if you copied your
There we go.
45 Victor.
Add my third set of flaps here.
Lakeland Tower, 45 Victor, request stop and go.
45 Victor, clear to stop and go, then left traffic. Report midfield.
Clear for stop and go, left traffic, report midfield, 45 Victor.
Got the runway made. Get into ground effect. Racing power. Back, nice and neat. That was too hard. I think that was too hard for
Cherokee
South
Whiskey Alpha, where are you parking?
Shut.
Shut there, sir.
Hey, go down to Alpha 4. Well, no, that's good. Turn left at Alpha 3, but hold short of Alpha, and then ground point 4.
Turning left at Alpha 3, and we'll hold short. Thank you, sir. All right.
Right to that, hold short of the hotel, I assume that's in front of me.
Flaps down, fuel pumps off. Lakeland Ground, this is Cherokee 568 Whiskey Alpha, requesting taxiway over to shelter the FBO.
568 Whiskey Alpha, Lakeland Ground, turn right on Alpha, left on Hotel, and then left on Golf. I got one holding for you.
That's left on Hotel and right on Golf.
Left Hotel, left Golf.
What do you say? Hotel, right here, take a left right here. Yep. Alright, this is where I came in. I remember this way. Yep, this is how I came in. Go all the way to the tower.
20 Yankee, continue taxiing full length from an IB Alpha. Roger that, I'm a 20 Yankee.
All the way to the tower.
Slow it down.
90 Lima, cross runway 5 at Delta, taxi Delta, echo the ramp.
Cross runway 5, taxi Air Delta, Echo back to the Academy, 90 Lima.
Alright, Whiskey Alpha, when you make that left thumbs off, you make your first right into the ramp and go to the blue awning building.
6-8 Whiskey Alpha, taking a left right here at the Gulf and taking a right at the ramp where the blue awning is. Thank you, sir. Blue awning in sight, which is there. That Swiss plane is still there. Alright, there we go. Okay, so let me put this back on my leg here. One 8025. 118 yeah. 118 121 my 4. On my 4, there we go.
Ground Cirrus 407 Kilo Papa Shelter Romeo taxi VFR to the east.
And calling Lakeland ground, stand by. Starbreeze 45 Victor departure and make right traffic dispatch. Calling Lakeland ground, go ahead.
Cirrus 407 Kilo Papa Romeo Shelter taxi VFR east.
Cirrus 407 Kilo Papa Romeo 9 taxi via Juliet Alpha. ATIS Romeo is current.
Juliet Alpha 97 Kilo Papa.
Number 222 on Romeo Lakeland Tower, you ready? Alright, 222 on Romeo, runway 5, clear for takeoff, proceed on course northbound. For 781, can you accept runway 5, hold short runway 9? Okay, you expect that report a 3 mile final runway 5.
Hi, Lakeland Ground. This is Cherokee 568 Whiskey Alpha. Again, over at Shelter, requesting taxiway to runway 9 for a departure to X-Ray 39er.
For 568 Whiskey Alpha, Lakeland Ground, runway 9er, taxi via Juliet Alpha, follow the Cirrus.
Taxiway via Juliet Alpha, following the Cirrus. Thank you, sir.
Number 45 Victor, what type landing?
What the?
Question Tiber 45 Victor, runway 9er, clear stop and go. After your stop and go, make left traffic.
Ground 7 Kilo Papa and Shelter Alpha 4 departure.
Number 7 Kilo Papa intersection, Alpha 4 is approved, hold short, contact tower.
Roger.
Lakeland ground arrow 15250.
Here's 7 Kilo Papa, you accepted on the roll. Alright, 7 Kilo Papa, runway 9 Alpha 4, clear for takeoff, fly eastbound. 45 Victor, Cirrus departing at the intersection.
Lakeland ground, Cessna 25474.
Or 25474, Lakeland ground.
Lakeland ground, I'm at Shelter. I've got information Romeo, request taxi instructions for a westbound departure to destination Tampa exec.
Alright, 25474, Roger. Runway 9er, taxi via Juliet Alpha and follow the Cessna.
Taxi via Juliet Alpha will follow the Cessna 25474.
Lakeland Ground, this is Cherokee 568 Whiskey Alpha. I was delayed for a half a second at Shelter, but I am en route to runway 9 via Juliet Alpha.
Okay, hey Whiskey Alpha, you're still number 1 on the taxiway. I got Cessna following you.
Roger that. Thank you, Lakeland Ground. 68 Whiskey Alpha out.
For 21 Romeo, maintain via farther north, frequency change approved. For 7 Kilo Papa, maintain VFR to the east, frequency change approved. Tampa's 119.9er.
Lakeland ground arrow 15250.
Arrow 15250, Lakeland ground.
Taxi size 0, North Palms is ready to taxi VFR westbound Romeo.
Air 15250, roger, taxi via Golf, hold short of Alpha.
Golf, hold short of Alpha 250.
Hi, Lake and Ground. Now it's Cherokee 568 Whiskey Alpha requesting a departure from Alpha 3.
Hey, I'm sorry, I was on the other line. Say that again.
68 Whiskey Alpha requesting departure from Alpha 3.
Flight Whiskey Alpha, intersection Alpha 3 is approved, hold short, contact tower.
Holding short at Alpha 3, runway 9, contacting tower. Thank you very much for your hospitality, sir.
Have a nice day. 50, give way to that Cessna, runway 9, taxi via Alpha.
Lead to land runway 9, and we'll hold short of 545 Victor.
Yeah, he's a hold short for you.
Gotcha, Wilco.
Good afternoon, Lakeland Tower. This is Cherokee 568 Whiskey Alpha, currently holding short at Alpha 3, runway 9, requesting departure to X-Ray 39er.
568 Whiskey Alpha, Lakeland Tower, runway 9er at Alpha 3, clear for takeoff, proceed on course.
Cherokee 568 Whiskey Alpha, taking runway 9er. Thank you so much, sir.
What's your on-course heading, sir? But don't stop rolling while we talk.
I'll be heading to the northwest. That's Tampa North.
Tampa North. Okay, I knew what it was. Couldn't figure it out.
Lakeland Tower, connection 4782, inbound RNL runway 9.
It's 472, Lakeland Tower, continue.
Continue, connection 472.
54781, hold short, runway 9er, runway 5, you're clear to land.
Land and hold short 54781.
I think you meant 9, hold short at 9.
Alright, hold short 9, 54781.
There's maintaining VY. Good to go.
Well, 5 Victor, no need to